guys, with this one right here, coming into this one right here, and everything else, coming to skills, coming to skills with this one. But you got with the Swipe remix, Tanks, Pause, and Tim's, and you got the whole Tim's and everything else. But you got with the just the Swipe remix, and just with the Tanks and the Oz and the Tim's and everything else, especially with the Swipe remix. You got the Swipe remix coming into it. This whole thing, and just with the main consonants, everything else coming into it, especially with the 419s and everything else. You got the 419, especially with the Tanks, Tim's, and Swipe and remix, and this whole thing, like, just coming into it. But you got just the remix of the Swipe.
I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. Yeah, we do 419. Like, I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. Yeah, we do 419. Like, I'm tryna make this swipe.
I ain't no scammer, strictly business. Can't even lie. When I said that been on the side, dispatch texted to CC Live. She calls me a kid cause I play with Sims. PGP got.
I'm tryna make this swipe.
I ain't no scammer, strictly business. Can't even lie. When
Ooh, I ain't no slime. I'm just straight to the business. Hey, straight to the business. Like they say, they get down with the business, like the whole thing. But he said he no sloper. He gets straight to the quizness and everything else. Like, especially how everything else is connected. Like, it's already connected. You got the guys full loose it everywhere. Like they connected in different cereals.
When I said that been on the side, dispatch texted to CC Live. She calls me a kid cause I play with Sims. PGP got switches. If I shoot my shot, I'ma hit my target. See me in drip, then I clicked it. Tanz just click that. Dispatch, now we get high. And with the baddest bitch in Dubai, just know that I clicked that flat. She thought that I bought her a bag, I gotta give thanks to Swag. White man from Kensington, to be specific, I gotta go thank him twice. I don't want girls, I just want bread. One girl told me she a baker. She gon' get wet when she see this trim. Scam the barber for a taper. Came up in the tea, but I mostly scam. But none of my boys from Ager. She thinks I'm a champ cause I love my bins. She got on her knees for a homeless man.
I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. Yeah, we do 419. Like, I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. Yeah, we do 419. Like, I'm tryna make this swipe.
Look, I don't call it vacation, cause they fly every day this week. You know I can't cuff these teens cause they all just made for the streets. I ain't no fat boy, I don't take grub, but I gotta make sure that everyone eats. Really went uptown, got 10 bags on him and he still got Nike on his feet.
Ooh, hey, the whole thing. He said really got in the vacation. This ain't no vacation. Like, this ain't no vacation. You putting those whole things into it, like you said. We really come from, just serving them things and everything else, them killies, and the way they come to, especially how they straight, coming for that business, and how they, coming for that whole torture. Like, they coming for everything else, like the way they say, and everything else, it gets real mitchy, real, it gets real sticky, because the way they convince themselves and everything else. But he said this ain't no vacation. We really out here, but listen on what we doing, like, especially with the whole thing and everything else taking place. Like, hey, these guys are just wild too, especially with the whole, committee of sweep or swipe.
They all want fame and clout, but it don't faze me cause everyone just scream and shout. And I got faith in mills and comes to the bull shop life, no doubt. Now I got random young G's bringing me word that they even scout. That's what you know I'm about. That's what you know I'm about. I'm up early, catch me in the AM. I got jobs online, the holder's active. I'm like, uncle, what you saying? Dookie can't finesse my bread. If he does, then he better start running and praying. I ain't even gonna handle dukes myself. I shot young G's, I ain't playing.
I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. Yeah, we do 419. Like, I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. Yeah, we do 419. Like, I'm tryna make this swipe.
You know, I was in a 10 when I first put hands on a 10. That's right, let me show you figs. So that whole
swipe. Yeah, we do 419. Like, I'm tryna make this swipe.
You know, I was in a 10 when I first put hands on a 10. that's right, let me show you figs. Took that holder straight to the bank and I told him chill, go and cash that quick. 2.5 got locked in the AC.
Ooh, I like how he just connected into that, like how he just came in, how he just flicked it in, like yeah, he came in with a whole thing and everything else, like hey, he didn't flicked it in and everything else, like they say, ain't no pipe, hey, especially they're piping down, ain't no piping down, like you gotta keep that considered, like you gotta keep it going of a frisk, like keep it frosty, you know, keep it a little bit of a commits, like hey, you know, ain't no none of that, you know, we gonna keep it frosty, we gonna keep it, you know, for miss over here, like the whole thing.
So much stress, had a man all pissed. Don't confuse it, bitch, your music. Not long now till a man go lynch. CVV, BVB, bros in the T, serving fiends. Me, I'm on D's, chasing queens. All I know, choppers come with a team. For man in the back of the ride, you're pissed if you bought my guys on a lonely. Way back then, had dreams of a star, now the drips like pasta Toby. Chop it, cash it. Put them bands in elastic. Flip SQ, do magic. 442, my bro, no tactic. I was in a blacked out coupe, no traffic. See blue lights and I'm dashing. Anything boss, man, cash it. Anything see, that's gang, that's family.
I'm tryna make this swipe back my flick now, tryna swipe man's leg. 8.5 landed in the prepaid, clear that shit, no stress, no stress. But I want you to give man, that's 10 head.
Anything boss, man, cash it. Anything see, that's gang, that's family.
I'm tryna make this swipe back my flick now, tryna swipe man's leg. 8.5 landed in the prepaid, clear that shit, no stress, no stress. But I want you to give man, that's 10 head. You hear that clap, tryna make 2 M's, but my name ain't Temz. I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. Yo, just 419. Like, I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. Yo, just 419. Like, I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. Yo, do 419. Like, I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. I'm tryna make this swipe. Yo, do 419. Like, I'm tryna make this swipe.
Keep it dangerous. Hey, they keeping it dangerous over here. Like the whole thing, how it was coming, how it was swiping. Like he said, attempted head. Then he said like attempted, you know, legs and everything else. Like proof. Hey, they keeping it dangerous. Like hey, it's a dangerous type of thing right here. But you got 410 with the 419 with the lazy and everything else. But you know, especially with the whole thing coming into it, like you know, you got those whole consents. Like hey, they keep it dangerous. Like a lot of these things they keep it real dangerous because you know it be another thing, you know, especially how these guys is moving and how their music is just presents, like you look at it and you like, you know, what's really going on here, like it's just so of a cleverless thing of a dangerous type of, you know, sediments. But you got Tankz, Oz, Temz, you got everything, you know, especially with the swipe remix, you know, I'm trying to make this swipe like they was correction, you know. They had the whole thing correction, but everything else, but 419, everything else, especially with the whole thing. But most definitely make sure you guys tune in with this one and everything else. But most definitely like, comment, subscribe, and just with this one coming into it and the main thing and everything else.